Hello there! Small announcement regarding the channel. I recently opened a TP page where you can support me via donation decklists. I created different tiers where I can just play the exact list that you send me. You can also send me a list that you want me to fine tune, or you can alternatively send me just an ID or a command zone and I make two videos about it, one about the deck building of the deck and the other one will be an MTGO league. See ya! Hello there! My name is Jean-Alexis, aka Gia, and today we're gonna play an MTGO Duel Commander League with Flamewar Brash Veteran. It is a transformer, so we have two sides in the card, and a lot of text too, so we will start with the vehicle side. I think this is what makes more sense. It has Living Metal, which means it is a creature during our turn. It has Meneth and Touch, and whenever Flamewar deals combat damage to a player, exile that many cards from the top of your library face down, put an intel counter on each of them, then convert Flamewar. And it is a 2-1, I think I forgot to mention it. On the other side, we have a 3-2 robot for 3 mana, Rakdos and a generic, with the ability More Than Meets the Eye for black-red, which means we can cast it transform for its More Than Meets the Eye cost. And also, we can sacrifice another artifact to put a +1/+1 counter on Flamewar and convert it. Activate only as a sorcery. And for 1, we can discard our hand to put all exile cards we own with intel counters on them on our hand. Point is, this will be cast for 2 mana most of the times. It is a Rakdos midrange deck with an aggressive command zone that can allow us to have a lot of card flow during the game. As this Darity might involve, yep, you guessed right, there is a mini artifact theme in the deck, which is mandatory if we want to flip Flamewar back and forth. The theme is Rakdos midrange. With the plot twist, we have a Reanimator plan, actually. This is an opportunistic Reanimator plan. We only have Archon of Cruelty as a target. This plan is meant to be good against aggressive decks, and we will try to leverage the rest of our cards against more controlish decks. This is a double-edged sword, because as we don't have that much cards to go in the Reanimator plan, we are not as streamlined as other combo Reanimator that exists at the moment. But we also take Grave Hate kinda badly. In the other hand, all of our monsters are castable. With the exception of Archon, I would say. You don't normally cast it in a normal game. But all of these cards still has some kind of utility if you have them in hand at some point. Fury, Chaos Defiler, Overlord, whatever, all these cards might be fine played face value even if you don't intend on reanimating them. The rest of the deck is comprised of means to reanimate our cards, also good interactions, and some spells specific to this loot plan that the deck has, like Faithless Looting, Bone Shards, Bitter Triumph, that are pretty good removal actually, Gamble too, and some amount of small artifacts with an Urza's Saga in the mana base. Yep, we play Blood Moon and Urza's Saga. I think this is not really a problem in Duel Commander. And we have a command zone that can loot, so we can discard either of them if one of them is into play. Anyway, some amount of small artifacts in order for our command zone to work. So we have some free quote-unquote artifacts like Arcum's Astrolabe that makes us some value, Chromatic Star, and a Wizard's Rocket 2 with Terrarion that also might get useful at some point if we have a Blood Moon plan and don't have any Swamp into play at that point. And Currency Converter, it is a bit cute, but I think it works quite well in this deck. And some ways of getting rid of opposing graveyards, because, yeah, graveyards is absolutely everywhere at the moment, so I think this is important. Mana base is crafted in order to take Blood Moon very well, also able to cast Astrolabe easily. We have 14 plus 8 fetch lands, snow lands in the deck, which means with 22 lands, we have like 85% of drawing one of them in the first 2 turns, which is absolutely fine for Astrolabe, which is not necessarily what you want to play on turn 1. Some utility lands still, like Den of the Bugbear. I'm not that high on this one. It tends to disappoint me more than everything else few last time I've played it, but I will still give it a chance. Actually, you know what? I think I'd rather have a Sokenzan instead. It always comes into play untapped, and its ability is not that good either, but it's still an untapped land, and I think this is what prevails. Last 2 leagues I did with the deck, really Den of the Bugbear, displeased me, so yep, let's put Sokenzan instead. Nothing to mention more in the mana base. We just have artifacts lands in order to flip our command zone if this is relevant at some point. Anyway, let's go round 1. Just a small adjustment before the league, I did put a Soul Guide Lantern instead of a From the Catacombs main deck. I think this card is too slow and we need more ways to get rid of the graveyard, and this makes our own Exhume a bit better. So yep, let's jump into round 1. Here we are on the draw, first round against Winter, Cynical Opportunist. This is something I played around. I played against last league. It didn't went well for me because I couldn't read cards properly. It is a bit atypical at the moment. I didn't see this deck played quite much. It is a 2/4 Death Toucher for 4 mana. When it attacks, you mill 3 cards, and at the end of the turn, if you have Delirium, you can exile any number of cards with 4 different types and put one of them into play, one of permanents from them into play. So it's basically a reanimator with a reanimation spell in the command zone. On the draw against this deck, I don't think what I'm trying to do is matching well, so I'm going to mulligan. This makes a turn 2 as Mo. It's not that great either, but I don't think I can mulligan down more. I still need some action, I think, to win a game. And this is decent. But I will definitely, I think, play Cookbook on turn 1 in an attempt to have 2 foods when I play as Mo, in order for it to be able to maybe kill my opponent's command zone before it can trigger. This is important. Good start for my opponent, who can surveil his Altisar in the graveyard and turn 2 Overlord of the Blademerc. A lot of enormous creatures in the graveyard, that's for sure. How many types? It's too bad on MTGO it doesn't say how many types your opponent has. Land, creature, instant, creature. So 3 types at the moment. I think I'm fine not making a food right now. Bitter Triumph, that might be good at some point. I think I'd rather deploy my command zone right now and try to have something active. I also think that I will make my first food right now by discarding, I'd say, Barrogoyf. I don't think in this matchup it will be great, and I think Shieldred might be a bit better. I also think I know what I will have and need to play. Oh, my opponent had the turn 3, it looks like. Yep. They still don't have 4 card type, if I'm correct. Oh, well, at least I have removals. If I draw a land next turn, I can Bitter Triumph whatever my opponents reanimates. In terms of attack, mill 3, one of my creature cards, trigger from a build, put one of them onto the battlefield. Oof, okay. Oh, seriously? He mills a Metamorphosis Fanatic? Well, okay, so I will take my turn 3 against this board. Nice. In that situation, I don't see myself win, but suddenly, yeah, no, I think I still need Shieldred if I want to win a game at some point. I need to draw a land right now. This isn't a land. If I attack, my opponent doesn't have threshold, so he can block with Putrid Imp and anything else. Not drawing land right now is a beating. We have like 40 lands in the deck, including MDFCs. I think odds were in my favor, but well. I think I will play my bubble, get some information, but I think I lost this game. Misty Rainforest in hand, yep. Can make a second food, play Asmo, kill something. Or Bitter Triumph is maybe the more mana efficient play this turn, but I have to kill this, and I will take a beating. He almost have Delirium. I'm pretty sure milling 6 cards, he will have Delirium next turn. Okay, I needed to interact turn 2, and interact strongly turn 2, rather than deploying my command zone. I should have done, I think, what I intended to play, which is playing Asmo, turn 2 with 2 foods. It sounded too aggressive to me, but looks like it didn't, actually. This hand only has 1 land, so I have to mulligan it. Same thing here. Oh, Seriously? Okay, at least I have a Ghost Vacuum. This might be good. I'm gonna keep this. I think I can deploy turn 1 DRC. No, turn 1 Ghost Vacuum, turn 2 my command zone maybe. Gotta keep at least 2 lands. DRC will come too late. Overlord is grindy, but I think I like it quite well. I think Shadow Spear goes back. And yeah, actually I need to put another card. So, well, it will be a land. The Gemstone Caverns from my opponent. Great. So, Swamp goes Vacuum. Let's go. Haywire, your might was exiled by my opponent. Sinister Concoction. Okay, this is good for Delirium, actually, yes. Molt Tender. Okay. I gotta exile whatever I can, when I can. I think I gotta deploy my command zone now. Shit, I misclicked. I meant to take a bad land. And, well, we'll see how this fares. Okay, my opponent cycles and is able to deploy its command zone on its turn 2, which is actually pretty good. Begin combat. I think I will Ghost Vacuum now in order for them not to have 4 mana in their second main phase. And this is the end of the turn. Right. So, let me think about this. My opponent will most certainly sacrifice its Sinister Concoction to destroy my Flamewar. In that regard, I think I go for an Overlord this turn or an Inti. Inti I think might be good. If I play Inti this turn, Currency Converter next turn, I think it is better. It allows me to maybe draw lands. Okay, my opponents accept to take damage and then destroys my creature that I will return to command zone. Absolutely. I will stick to my plan. Enchantment, sorcery, instant. Well, it is very possible for my opponent to get the Delirium next turn. No, no, no! I meant to play Inti. I told that I wanted to play Inti. Okay, I must admit this game one triggered me a little bit. Creature, enchantment, sorcery, instant. Well, survival of the fittest. Well, this is good. I think removing the enchantment is maybe the more important. I see my opponent having a lot of creatures and less enchantments. So in order for them to get Delirium, I think removing the enchantment is the way to go. Detective's Phoenix. Do I loot now with Currency Converter in the hope of drawing a land? I can put the Overlord in the graveyard, which allows me maybe to Phoenix something next turn. No, I think I gotta play Inti. This situation is really not good. And by playing in the wrong order my cards, against what I said I should do, I think I shot myself in the foot here. I need to put some kind of pressure into play. It will be a 2-2 that make me loot at some point. If I draw... No, even if I draw a fetch land, I can't put a 2-2 this turn. Yep, let's go Inti. Let's put pressure, a little bit of it at least. And pass the turn. End of turn, my opponents mill a card, a sorcery. It is the second sorcery, okay? And they now have a land, so I guess they have 4 card types in their graveyard now, even if I remove something. Yep. But, let me check. Sorcery, sorcery instant, creature lands. If I remove the creature with Ghost Vacuum, my opponent could exile its entire graveyard to recoup his fetch land. I don't think this is really good for him. I will take the Emperor of Bones, and yep, my opponent can mill. It is a second land, so I guess my opponent won't choose to activate his commander ability. So, still not drawing a land. I can't really attack Winter this turn. That's why I should have played Interior turn earlier. Okay, I need to reset my mindset. This game has been hard on me. I think I got a Currency Converter right now to see if I can do something. I will discard Overlord, I guess, because I drew a land. It might be Evora too, but I'd like to play this Phoenix at some point to put pressure on my opponents, and discarding the Overlord is, I think, the easier way to play the Phoenix. Do I want to exile the Overlord? Yes, because I don't have anything that I can do with it this turn. I have a Spell Bomb. Okay, so I will play my life, absolutely paying 3 life, and play this Spell Bomb right here, right now. I'm on the back foot, but I know have something working for me. And I can sacrifice the Spell Bomb at some point to play that said Phoenix. So yeah, begin combat. I don't think I have anything to do. I take my due damage this turn, and my opponent activates Survival of the Fittest during their second main phase, discarding Grief. Barrogoyf in hand is a good beater, that's for sure. They want to play it, that's fine with me. End of turn, I will absolutely Ghost Vacuum the Grief and see what my opponent wants to do. If he wants to activate Mold Tender in response. Okay, they brought back their engine. Maybe I should have activated this spellbomb before. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, if I want to activate it because it is my plan to Phoenix my Inti, I think, yep, I should have done it earlier. Well, still no land. It would be too easy, I guess. I can sacrifice the spellbomb in the hope of drawing a land, a red land, bubble. This won't help me right now. I will take my 2/2. I will cast with Bestow my Phoenix. No, actually, I can't DRC first. I didn't draw my second red source, but I think I have to bubble to draw another card, and then Bestow exiling my entire graveyard for the Tarmogoyf to be smaller. I think this is the right thing to do. Let's see what my opponent will surveil during their upkeep. Nameless Inversion. Okay, I will absolutely bestow this Phoenix, I think, onto my rogue token. No, Inti is more important, and this way it can't die to Nameless Inversion, so yep, let's do it. And let's attack my opponent. I will discard, I think, DRC. I will keep my creature out of my graveyard, and I exiled an Archon of Cruelty. Nice. Actually, yeah, no. I should have equipped the rogue with the Phoenix. That way I could have attacked with both my creatures this turn. I don't know. This board state is a bit complicated. My opponent has a Survival of the Fittest. He kept his card on top, so I assume he has something good to do. Primeval Titan. Yep, this looks like a good card to play. I don't think Barrogoyf can attack this turn, because if my opponent doesn't mill well with his commander, I can block the Tarmogoyf and trade it with my rogue token. Urza's Saga, yep, and the land that allows him to reanimate anything. Okay, my opponent trusts his mill 3. Obviously, he did hit well, so I gotta take my 4 points. No, actually, sorry, I got triggered by that first game. Could have blocked and Ghost Vacuum something. Yep. Is this under Ghost Vacuum at some point useful? When you cast this spell, target opponents exile the top half. No, ward, yep. Benevolent cards in exile. So, I need to survive, one way or the other. I think drawing a removal is crucial. In that regard, I don't think I play Evora before attacking. And I will discard my Oliphaunt. I think... No, I will discard Evora, because I can go land, Oliphaunt to fetch another land, and if I draw another land next turn, I could Ghost Vacuum. I don't know if this will be relevant, but hey, how do I want to order this? This animate dead. Well, this means that I can play my land, recycle Oliphaunt, and animate dead, and making a 2/2 token. I think I'm into this. I won't use Currency Converter's ability because I already have something to play. What do I exile? Arena of Glory. Okay, I will fetch a bad land. I think I want to play Arena of Glory. Enters untapped. I can animate dead and have an Arena of Glory for next turn. I think I like this. Okay, I gotta survive this turn. With an active Survival of the Fittest, it might be complicated. Okay, my opponents want to go into combat. Fair enough. Attacking with the Titan. Yep. Satyr Wayfinder and Sundering Titan. Okay, and Toxic Deluge too, but I don't think this is relevant right now. This 5-power Barrogoyf is going to be a problem, that's for sure. I think I want to block... I can trade with the Titan in combat if I block this way. I don't lose life with this creature. And I can block the Barrogoyf like this. I don't know if it's good enough, because that means my opponent can reanimate something end of turn. If I play to win, I think I gotta block this and block whatever, take my 6, and hope. This game is about hope. Okay, I will definitely get Sundering Titan out of there with my Ghost Vacuum. Oh, opponent has something to do. Oh, necromancy, instant speed. Well, in that case, I'm eating this fair and square. I lose 2 lands. So, Ghost Vacuum is out of question. Opponent's at 13. Why do I lose 3 lands? Oh, he has Yavimaya. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Does my opponent have something else? Otherwise, I think they are dead on board, if I'm right. Oh no, Settler Wayfinder actually saved them, I think. No, I can still put a counter with Inti. Cleanup, Necromancy goes down. Yep, Sundering Titan might kill my last land, for sure. Okay, I draw Sundering Eruption. I think I got a play land, attack with everything, and I hope this is good enough. It might be. No, my opponent has... yes. So I think I lose with this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the Boseiju follow-up. Okay, fair enough. Good game. Okay, we are on the draw against Storm. Another combo matchup. Combo is actually everywhere at the moment in Duel Commander. In that regard, I think that Flamewar was better a few months ago. Now it sounds a bit too cute to be good. This hand is an obvious mulligan with only 1 land. Okay, this one, I think fair enough. Turn 1, Urza's Saga. It is really aggressive, but it allows me to play an early Nethergoyf and have some grave hate quickly in this game, and I think this is crucial. I will get rid of the failed push. This is not a good card in the matchup. We play Shadow Spear, which is good. It allows us to play something on turn 1 besides this Urza's Saga. This is clearly a turn 2 Nethergoyf, and I hope that my interactions and this clock will be enough to some extent. My opponent has some sagas too. And Demonic Tutor. Yep. Let's see how I die before putting in play my 3rd land. I like these kind of games. Dance of the Dead. This might be a plan further down the line. Is it better to play Nethergoyf, or is it better to fish for something with Faithless Looting or Overload of the Balemerc to reanimate next turn? Barrogoyf will be at least 2-3, 3-4 maybe, 4-5 with the Shadow Spear. I think I like putting into play a beater this turn. This allows me to take the clock and also gain some life with Shadow Spear, which might be relevant at some point against this matchup. But I think my opponent is clearly not attempting a win via his graveyard. He saw that I did put a Saga turn 1 into play, so he might want to take the Peer into the Abyss route. Hooray! I'm not dying this turn! Fantastic. So I draw a Terrarion. I will make my mana, and I think Soul Guide Lantern or Nihil Spellbomb maybe is better. I think this is a game of inches. I'd rather have Soul Guide Lantern right now. I can then still have Colorless into play. I will Faceless Looting. I have Enchantment Land. I can go with Artifact and Creature. Yep, this with the Shadow Spear represents a fine clock. My opponent might have an interaction, I know. I still have the Dance of the Dead as a follow-up. He's not fetching a Survey land, so I'm pretty sure this Nethergoyf won't actually... Oh, okay. He actually did some damage. Cool. End of turn, he might want this construct to have something to sacrifice with, like, Besiege the Mirror. Let's see. Okay, my opponent chooses to put some board into play. I respect that. Springleaf Drum, okay. Impulsive Pilferer, okay. So they won't try to block my Nethergoyf, it looks like. Arcum's Astrolabe. Does this help? I think best thing I can draw this turn are Grief and Unmask. I have 2 draws, Chromatic Star and Soul Guide Lantern, if I choose so. It's pretty obvious to me that my opponent won't be going for the graveyard route, but I might be wrong. What is my most successful line of play right here, right now? Because if I Dance of the Dead, sorry, my Overlord, I won't have any black card to pitch the Grief. Do I need to try and do something before attacking, like Faithless Looting? But it is a risk that I lose my sorcery in the graveyard and my Nethergoyf shrinks before I can attack. I think I can Astrolabe. First thing, and see what I draw. Orcish Bowmaster. Yep, this is mighty fine for me. If actually Peer into the Abyss is my opponent's way to win the game, Bowmaster looks mighty fine in that situation. I'm at 29, my opponent has to storm quite a bit to kill me. We're at combat for my opponent. Let's see what he wants to do. Put me at 22 in order to facilitate his storm count, I guess. Friendly banter in the chat with my opponent. We are actually knowing each other IRL. He's a friend of mine, and we're talking about, yeah, I know that if I go for turn 1 Saga, you will go for Peer into the Abyss. And he says that, well, if you have that Bowmaster without having tutor for it, so be it. Well, actually, I do have this Bowmaster. Might also have, I think, have been a Grief. I think Grief too might have been good in this situation. Rograkh played by my opponent, certainly to, make mana with Drum and Culling the Weak. For if my opponent has push, I lose. If he doesn't, I win. This makes for pretty condensed games. Okay, another removal might be good enough. I mean, a 2-mana removal. And still my opponent has a removal, as I said. Well, so we might not lose this turn because still our opponent doesn't have any more mana. Opponent goes to 3 in the end, but as he had to play a land before playing Peer into the Abyss to play around my Bowmaster, I think he still loses this game because he can't do anything else this turn, and my huge Nethergoyf will actually beat him to death. My opponent grieves to get some information, I think he's right. He now knows that I have a Reanimator plane, which was not that obvious, I think, regarding the cards that I already played, except maybe I think the Faithless Routing gives it up. And we win this game 1 on the draw. And we did play our resources right, but we also, I think, had a bit of luck, to be perfectly honest. I think this hand lacks too much interaction of our pressure, so I have to mulligan this. This is also really bad. I think I will mulligan again. Mulliganing aggressively in this matchup is good enough. You could see last game that games are so condensed that you often don't have the opportunity to play every card that you have in your hand. And if you are in a game state that allows you to make the game longer, it just means that you have survived early. So in that regard, you really need to survive early in this matchup. Okay, yes, Unmask plus Grief, absolutely, I will keep this hand. But that said, I am at 5 and I only have 1 land. I can make a huge dent in my opponent's game plan. I think I just keep my interactions a land and I hope to draw another one. Let's see how it goes. Probably badly, but I don't think the mull to 4 gives me more chances to have a good hand. I mean, this is absolutely risky, but we still have 40 lands in the deck, and 2 of the cards in the bottom of my deck aren't lands. So statistically, in 2 turns, I think it is okay to assume we will draw a land. And even a good hand on 4, I don't know what it looks like. I think this one is far better. My opponent mulled to 6 also. I drew an Emperor of Bones. I think I will start by unmasking my opponent, exiling Grimbauble. I think I take Gamble and take it back this turn. I keep the Emperor of Bones. Yep, that's my plan. Okay, let's see if I can draw my second land. Survey land, I think, end of turn for my opponent. We were talking a little bit in the chat. That's why our clocks rapidly goes down on the video. Okay, let's draw a land. Marvelous. And I think I deploy Emperor of Bones immediately, exiling Grief in an attempt to Grief next turn. My opponent's Dark Rituals. This turn, I think, to play their Tevesh. Yep, I think this is the best that they can do in this situation. I know that they still have Flare in hand and 1 unknown card. Okay, I will exile something in their graveyard. I think the Dark Ritual is the most important card. And I will attack. I think I need to attack Tevesh to put some pressure on it to some extent. Yep, block from my opponent. And now I deploy my commander. Next turn, the plan is to grief and attack everything into the Tevesh of my opponent, I think. I can't let him go to -10. Profane Tutor, yep. I draw a mountain. This can be good. At some point, this Shield Raid will be fine too. I think now is the time to grief again. I think get rid of Infernal Plunge, begin combat. I will exile Tainted Pact and attack with everything into Tevesh. This early Tevesh makes him buy a lot of time, that's for sure. I'm hoping on drawing my 4th land for Shield Red at some point. Profane Tutor will soon arrive. This is not a 4th land, but it might be close enough. I think I will have a look at what my opponent is going to draw. Necropotence. Well, this is good. I think I gotta take care of Infernal Plunge this time, and I think I need to still go against Tevesh. It is sad, but this is what I need to do at the moment, I think. Alternatively, I could have tried to attack my opponent with Flamewar in order for them to either get rid of Tevesh or in order for them to either let me have counters on Flamewar or let Tevesh take 4. But in that case, if they read into me and just block the Emperor of Bones and not the Flamewar, they can +2, they have 10 loyalty and 3 throws, and I can't attack Tevesh. Profane Tutor, yeah, actually they won't even draw this Necropotence. Tevesh pluses again. And I really need to draw this land because otherwise my opponent will absolutely slam on me the Plunge into Darkness. I might have been wrong sequencing these 2 cards. Maybe I should have played Flamewar in first place in order to draw cards. I don't know. I think I need to play Soul Guide Lantern this turn. I'm pretty sure my opponent won't play with its graveyard, but it allows me to recycle. But next turn, I'm pretty sure that I will just take a humongous Plunge into Darkness. Oh, Orcish Bowmaster. Yep, this is not good. This is absolutely terrible. I won't return my command zone into the command zone. At least I'm safe from the -10 now. So, I really need to draw into a land for this Shield Red to be live. Jet Medallion. Okay, so I'm not taking Plunge into Darkness this turn. I think my opponent might have tutored for Orcish Bowmaster. Getting frisky. I like it. Yes, I will take my 1. End of turn. I will absolutely recycle this lantern in the hope of drawing a land. Yes, I will take my point. This is becoming frustrating. I think I gotta play Fury, pitching a Smo, played already. -10 doesn't do anything and control all commanders from command zone and battlefield. Yes. So I will Fury, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. I don't really care about this 2/2, I think. Or do I? If I do it like this, it means that I can play Darity and plus, and Darity will be safe for a turn. Yep, I think I prefer this line. I will take my attack, exiling their Bowmaster and attacking their face. And I can start to Darity plus, and at -6 I can create some copies of artifacts. I don't know if the game will go that long, but it's something. Tevesh Zat comes back into play with a Rograkh, thanks to its -10. And he will maybe sacrifice his Rograkh? No, just a small creature. Shambling Gas for my opponent. And no combat, I think, this turn for them. Land! Yes! I think this is the end of the party. I think my opponent might have an answer. Maybe playing a draw spell. Yes, it sounds like a good moment to do it. Absolutely. And still another answer. A flare from the hand. Yep, this make my opponent draw a lot of cards. It's good for them. I think I still plus Darity. And I also think I continue to attack my opponent. At some point, getting back a Soul Guide Lantern might be good. Beginning of combat, Emperor of Bones will get the flare, I think, and still attack my opponent. My opponent says in chat that I'm already dead, basically. I will see next turn what is going to happen. I get my 2 points. This is good. But will I untap? Ibn Stronghold, 2 Thrall tokens. Okay. Final Fortune. I actually might be dead. Yep. Diabolic Intent, yep. My opponent, I think, still has enough resources maybe in the graveyard to win with like a Underworld Breach. I'm F6ing. Let's see what my opponent can do. I assume I'm dead. Lightning Bolt me, okay. Maybe a natural Tendrils. This might be good enough. It's 1 spell, 2 spell. Yep. Their next spell has Storm. Let's see if by resolving 5 demonic tutors, my opponent can actually win this game. I'm betting on him to manage to do it. But who knows? No, I can just fetch for ritual, anything, and tendrils, and I'm dead. Beseech the Mirror, yes. Yawgmoth's Will, he will indeed win with his graveyard. He's flexing, I think. No, we are in the flex zone, not the necessary zone. Yep, I'm dead. I'm perfectly dead. Roasted. Even if I were at 20 life. And with still 7 mana in pool and a Yawgmoth Will active. Yep, well, that was a mull to 5. I think I did what I could. Maybe I should have sequenced my spells differently, played the Flamewar first, but I actually wanted this Shield Red to resolve. Well, I will absolutely like to have the play in this matchup. I don't think turn 3 Magus of the Moon is a good enough plan. I will mulligan this. I have 2 lands, a Spell Bomb, a DRC. I think this is okay. I think Fury goes at the bottom of the deck. So I will keep these 6, and maybe actually Metamorphosis Fanatic goes back. I think it's better. Now I get the choice. Either I'm playing Spellbomb turn 1, I think I need the DRC turn 1, then my Command Zone, then Spellbomb on my turn 3. This would be my opponent's turn 3. I think I'm safe doing it this way. So, Badlands, DRC. Artist's Talent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Okay. So this is my opponent's turn 1 after exiling a Spirit Guide. Do I think that I die next turn, like on their turn 2, with 5 cards and an additional land? Lake of the Dead doesn't do it. And if it is a win with Peer into the Abyss, I can't do anything about it anyway. So, yep. Let's put some board. Emperor of Bones. Next turn plan is to Nihil Spellbomb and Emperor of Bones, maybe. But I need my 4th land to kill quickly with Pyrogoyf. I think this goes in the graveyard. I really think that I need to kill quickly. And my Soul Spellbomb won't do it. As my opponent said, we are chatting and all, but clock is turning. Yep, is spinning, I think. It's the right way to say it in English. Clock spinning, yep. Duress. Oh, Lord. This is not good. Sad face in the chat. No, you don't say. My Spellbomb bites the dust. What a surprise. Anyway, Detectives Phoenix. I absolutely think that my play is Pitch Fury with Pyrogoyf, targeting nothing. Then I will take my red with this land that can only make 1 color. I think this is more reasonable. Cast with Bestow on my motorcycle, exiling Fury and Spellbomb, I guess. Oh, this is a non-creature spell. I get to Surveil. I have a Necromancy. I think this goes in the graveyard. I dealt 4 damage, and I will absolutely draw my cards. Right here, right now. Simian Spirit Guide, Persist, Kroxa. I think I Spirit Guide Kroxa this turn. I mean, I have to play aggressively. This might cut my opponent from a resource they want to keep, and I still can exhume it next turn. My opponent say that you could have at least killed 1 creature with Fury. Yes, I could. Is it only opponent's creatures? No, not opponent's creatures. And, well, do your worst. Let's see if my opponent can kill me this turn. This is a Toxic Deluge. X equals 4. Okay, I will not return Flamewar to the command zone because I have a Kroxa to feed, and I will draw Arena of Glory like a boss. No, I don't. Fair enough. So I will have to, I think, play Swamp, Mountain. I can escape Kroxa. Exile 5 cards. So my command zone, land, Necromancy, I think, and DRC. Done. I will return my Flamewar to the command zone. Put this Kroxa into play. Let's attack. My opponent discards City of Traders, only one card in hand. I think they didn't resolve any trader this game, so we might have a chance. Opponent's at 4. Okay, are we dead? Turn starts with Rograkh. And a redraw, I assume? No, a ton of mana. Okay. My opponent, will they loot? They discard Lightning Bolt, draw something else. And I think we got the GG in the chat. Yes, this is a win. You did see what I meant by combo is everywhere, graveyard decks are everywhere, and Flamewar is good, but I don't think this is the right metagame to play this deck. Even with that amount of luck and interaction, we might have died. But, well, yeah, this third game really was absolutely good. Good amount of luck. We are on the play on round 3 against a Golos. This deck exists in various versions. I would say that the most common that I see in Duel Commander are lands control or adjacent to land control, with sometimes a mono black core with Cabal Coffers, sometimes a Valakut strategy, sometimes both, thanks to cards like Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Sometimes it is a full good stuff 5-color deck. Sometimes it is, but it's more rare at the moment, but sometimes it might be a sort of creature, good range, mid-range, and combo deck. So I guess it will be a surprise. I'm not a fan of my own hand. This is turn 1 tap land, turn 2 DRC, and like Shadowspear or Cookbook. I'm not sure this would match well what my opponent's trying to do. Could be turn 1 Summit tapped, turn 2 DRC Saga Terrarian, which allows me to play my Flamewar the next turn, or to maybe activate Saga, but no, I'm not convinced of this hand. Okay, so this is strictly worse. I got a milligan. Only one land. This is not acceptable. Okay, this is mid, but I guess it is okay. Darity might be good against some versions of Golos. I can't play my Nethergoyf on turn 1, so I think it will go back. And Barrogoyf, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. My plan at the moment is a turn 2 Fear of Missing Out. But Fear of Missing Out might come down later to recoup my mulligan too. I think I'm gonna keep the best spell. I think Darity will be better than Barrogoyf and 2 playable cards. And Pyrokinesis, this is bad. Basic Forest turn 1, this sounds to me like a land version. I think I'm gonna slam my commander right here, right now. Okay, 2 basic forests and a Sakura Tribuilder. This definitely looks like a land control. Not sure about a Valakut plan because 2 basic forests seems to be a lot. In that case, I think I have to win quickly. In that regard, I think that I like playing this Fear of Missing Out now. Getting rid of this land. Feather Profane, okay, might be useful a bit later. I'm not seeing my opponent playing a lot of removals. That's why I'm not really afraid of Flamewar dying right now. With Basic Forests and Sakura Tribuilder, yep. Don't really want to draw my 4th land. Already have it if I need, so I will fetch end of turn. This will come tapped into play. Okay, I take my turn. Blood Moon. I weirdly don't see this card being good against this very version of Golos. I might be wrong, but yep, it doesn't seem that good. I might go for Darity Plus this turn. This allows me to flip Flamewar. Maybe answer something down the line like a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. I will take my attack. I maybe could have played this turn differently. I'm playing it in order to have 5 cards in hand. I could also have been drawing the cards beforehand. I would have Delirium and maybe could have attacked twice with Flamewar, but against the Sakura Tribuilder, I don't think this will be good this turn. I already activated my Darity. Okay. I have some amount of plays for next turn. My opponent could go and fetch a land. Yep, maybe I will take a Primeval Titan, but I don't have trouble see what my opponent is doing. Heartless Summoning. Okay, I think I will die soon at some point. They want to play their Golos? Yes. Can I kill this turn? For 6, 12, I will need a point of damage. Temple of the False God. Okay. I don't think I can kill this turn. That's close, though. Or can I? Let's see. Plan is Necromancy, Harvester, minus Direty to kill Golos, Ghost Vacuum, Flip Flamewar, Phoenix on Flamewar. I attack with FOMO Flamewar. Flamewar converts after the first hit. And this makes 4 and 5 and 4. That's 13. And 2, that's 15. My opponents have a plains, though, and I don't like seeing this. I mean, this represents Swords to Plowshares. I don't really know if I can do anything better this turn rather than attempt killing my opponent, so I think I'm going this route. I need to keep Delirium for the fear of missing out to function properly, which means I gotta sequence my spell right. I will play this Saga, use its mana to play the Ghost Vacuum. At the moment, I have creature, enchantment, land, instant. I won't have any instant because of Detective's Phoenix. Sacrifice my Ghost Vacuum. Pyrokinesis will go due to Phoenix on Flamewar. Artifact, creature, enchantment, land. Yep. 6 and 6, 12 and 2, that's 14. I'm not sure I can quite kill this turn. I will need something else, I think. I'd like to draw cards though, but by playing this way I can't. So, yep, let's put my opponent to 1 and see what happens, I think. And my opponent concedes. Well, I don't see why, they're just at 1, but maybe they didn't have a follow-up play. Fair enough, I guess. Opponent's on the play this turn. This hand is slow. I don't have any plan. I mean, I can turn 1 Terrarion, turn 2 my command zone. I don't think this gives me anything to do. Even if I draw a monster that I want to reanimate, I can't. No, I think this hand is bad. Okay, this looks better. I will keep. I think this is either Fury or Dance of the Dead that is going to go under my library. I actually don't know. I think that Dance of the Dead is the best upside if I draw a discard spell maybe and get a Primeval Titan or something along those lines. The Fury might be an answer to Druid of the Elysian Grove, but my opponent only plays basics. I'm not quite sure what to keep in this hand. I think I gotta keep at least 3 lands, Croxa, Rocket, so it's Fury or Dance of the Dead. I don't have anything to do with Dance of the Dead, so I think I will put it in the bottom for now. Expedition map turn 1, fine. Evora. Yes, this is one of the outliers of the deck. I wanted to try it, but I think I'd rather play the Shark, the Mako. Don't remember its full name. The 1/1 for 1. When you discard, you put a counter on it, and it has cycling. I think this is better than Evora. Even if this one comes with its own blood token and it has trample, 2 mana seems like a lot for this card. Yep, whatever. I will play my turn 1. I mean, it's still a good pitchable for Fury. Might become relevant at some point. Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. Well, I could Croxa, next turn Saga, Exhume Croxa, and maybe if I draw another card, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not quite where I could like Croxa this turn, Exhume Croxa next turn, then Escape Croxa. In that context, I think I will just play my commander. End of turn, this map is sacrificed. Maybe my opponent doesn't have only basics, they just had their basics last game. They sack their map for snow-covered forest. Okay, this is absolutely a basics-based deck. Nature's Lore, right. Sakura Tribe Elder. Okay, so I think this turn I will Saga Evora. attack with Flamewar and discard my hand. I think I gotta do this now, because I will need my 4 mana next turn to escape Kroxa. And this make the Evora actually huge. Trample is relevant against Sakura Tribe-Elder, that's for sure. Bitter Triumph, okay, that might be good. Gamble onto Phoenix might be good too. Well, I mean, I have options for the next turn, so this is cool. I will sacrifice this blood to turn my Flamewar into a non-creature. Seems like the right thing to do now. And end of turn, my opponent sacrifices their Tribe-Elder. Okay, the follow-up is the Golos. What does this bring? Island, okay. Burgeoning, okay. If I draw Arena of Glory, I'm too strong. Oh no, I still need another card for Kroxa. It won't work, I think, as well as I want it to. Well, I mean, I can still gamble. This puts 2 more cards in my graveyard, but I don't have mana to escape Kroxa right now. So, what's the best course of action for this moment? Does my opponent have enough to play an Emrakul 7 or more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Creature, sorcery, artifact. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with their land drop of the turn, which might be a double land in that regard. I could Spyro to make my Evora bigger, but I don't think this would be good enough. I could Bitter Triumph to impeach my opponent from activating Golos and deal 8 to them this turn. I think I'm gonna take the aggressive route, Bitter Triumphing, paying 3 life, there, Golos. Oh no, wait, I can't. I need to actually draw a land to be able to Bitter Triumph, Gamble, and Phoenix. I think I'm willing to bet on it. I will pay 1 mana to sacrifice this, add a black mana, I think. I already have 2 red mana. Depending on what I draw, this might be useful. Land. I'm too strong at this game. Okay, so a black and a red. This is Bitter Triumph, paying 3 life to kill the Golos. Then I will cast with Bestow this Phoenix onto Flamewar, exiling 2 cards, Rocket and Fury. And this is 10 damage this turn. It's okay. I think in this kind of situation, Evora looks kinda good. I still think I gotta convert Flamewar right now. This will detach the Phoenix. But this allows me not to lose it against an Emrakul, which might be my opponent's play, and it doesn't. Well, GG. We are on the draw against a Rogue Silas. Last time I played against these cards, I assume it was a combo deck like Rogue Tevesh, but with some blue. And I actually was surprised to see that it was actually a ninja deck. So I think this time I will not assume what my opponent's playing until I see a few cards, and I kind of like this hand. I mean, if it's Strict Storm, I'm not maybe that well positioned. I can still Faithless Looting turn 1, Exhume turn 2. This is a good clock that can answer both if my opponent plays creatures, and just clock hard if need be. So, yep, I think this is a good hand. Turn 1 Sewers, no Surveil, so no information. Rograkh is played, so yeah, it might absolutely be a ninja deck. I don't see any reason to play Rograkh if you play Storm. Before having mana open to actually play with it, maybe draw card spells like Deadly Dispute or that kind of stuff, because it let your opponent maybe kill it. Anyway, my turn 1 is still this Faithless Looting. I think I will discard Harvester and Phoenix, but let's see what I got. Actually, this Gamble might open me to something else, like a Fury. Gamble Fury allows me to Phoenix even if Fury hits the bin, so yep, I kinda like it. Depending on what my opponent plays next turn, this Exhume might be backbreaking. If it's a creature deck, I think I'm well positioned. Depending on the ninja that my opponent actually ninjutsu into play this turn. Yeah, no block. Ninja of Deep Hours, let's go. Oh, Yuriko. Okay, so this is worst one of the worst ninjas against my plan. It doesn't die to the Harvester of Misery trigger, but oh, DT. DT is not fun. I think I absolutely start by exhuming my monster. I might not have a better opportunity later down the line to do so, and this at least kills their Rograkh. Next turn I can Bowmaster, Gamble into Fury. My opponent might DT into an answer, yep, to my Harvester of Misery. Dismember might do it. No attack from my opponent. Okay, that's cool for me. In that case, do I want to Gamble or do I want to play this already? I think I'd like Gamble and Bowmaster up, but in that case, I might also just play this Bowmaster. I think I start by gambling into Phoenix. No, into Fury, sorry. That was my plan. Yep, Fury. Okay, Darity hits the bin. I can still play my land. Bowmaster, next turn I can Flamewar Phoenix. Yep, this doesn't have any unblockable ability, so I will be able to block it at some point with my Bowmaster, I think. Opponents, Dismembering. Yep, I perfectly read into that. I'm kind of happy. I think this Bowmaster, no reason to delay it. I'd rather have it right here, right now, when my opponent doesn't have any mana to interact with it. Next turn, I can Flame War and Phoenix. I still have Fury for later. Opponent still has more cards than me. Oh, so there is a small Reanimator plan in my opponent's deck. Right. Huh, damn. Didn't see that coming. Follow-up is the Rograkh. Okay. No profitable attack from my opponent this turn. Terrarium. I think I like playing my land, playing my commander. I will Phoenix on my commander, exiling Darity, Exhume, and not Bowmaster, I think Gamble. And yep, just attack. I will play this Terrarium and sacrifice it right now, so I could draw a red card in order to Fury just now. Okay, doesn't work. Still, my Phoenix comes into play. I could block Yuriko, so... Well, I mean, it's already into play, but it detaches from my Flamewar. And I could draw 4 cards next turn, so I think it's still okay regarding the clock. I think I'm a bit in front of my opponent. Ooh, Loyal Apprentice. Think opponent attacks with Yuriko, Rograkh, and everyone. Okay. They attack with their apprentice. So they offer me... No, I'm racing right now. I will take my 6. Maybe more with a ninja. Ooh, that's a big ninja. Is this the Kaito? No. Which one is this? What does this do? Ensure whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Okay, so I take 9 points this turn. This is a lot. And I still have the Yuriko trigger that reveals a land. Right. Okay, so Fury is a good play, I think, this turn. Yep, I think I don't have a choice to play this Fury. This would kill 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. Do I want to... what do I want to kill, actually? Anyway, this is the play, I'm pretty sure. I know my opponent has a land in hand. I think I will take at least Loyal Apprentice. This is the copy, so at least the original of this. And now, do I want to kill the Rograkh? This allows them to ninjutsu something from their hand, and it might be dangerous. So, yep, I'm willing to kill this. And the 3-1, that way I can... Thopter or 3-1? The 3-1. I will attack with my commander. It can't block anyway, so let's do this. I could draw a lot of cards. Do I want to sacrifice my land to flip Flamewar? No, not this time. Malcolm, yes. This is good. I think I will take damage this turn. Some amount of it. But I'm still in a position to win the race, if my opponent doesn't have any follow-up. The Verge I knew about. My opponent only has 2 flyers, so it might be dangerous for them to attack with one of them. If I manage to make this Phoenix die, I could transform Flamewar, attack with it equipped with Phoenix. Okay, so they attack like this. I think this is good for me, because I can block, trade with Malcolm here, put the Fury here, take my 4. Maybe they have a ninja to recover this Harvester of Misery, but it will actually go into my hand. I'm not quite sure this is what they want to do. We trade with the Phoenix. This is really good for me. Follow up, terminate on my commander. Okay. Will I return it to the command zone? Actually, no, I think, because I want to Phoenix my Fury. Or do I? I think I'd rather Faithless Looting. Oh, shit, I misclicked. It's still in the bin. Right. And a Skull Clamp as the last card for my opponent. Right. Let's see. What do I draw? On removal, I win on the spot. Okay, Nihil Spellbomb. It's a redraw. I think I'd rather Faithless Looting. If I draw removal, I can kill the Phoenix and the Thopter, sorry, and Phoenix my Fury to win on the spot. So, yep, let's do this. These aren't removal, that's for sure. So I think now I got a Spellbomb, exile your graveyard, paying a black mana to draw, unmask. No, this is not good right now. So I will put my Verge, escape the Phoenix onto the Fury. No, still I lose actually. This has Menace. Yep. My plan got thwarted with the Animate's dead. Nice one from my opponent. I will absolutely like to play first. Magus of the Moon might be actually good in this matchup. I have a Lightning Bolt. Yep, I like this hand. This is turn 1 Swamp Spellbomb, turn 2 Summit, either play my Bolt or my Commander, and then I can Magus. My opponent is on a mulligan. Good to know. Blood Crypt untapped from my opponent. Maybe a discard spell? Yep. I think the Magus is not of this world anymore. Yep, I'm okay with my opponent trading 1-for-1 after they mulligan. I might take a Bowmaster, but I will anyway, so might as well just attack with my Flamewar. Okay, this represents maybe a survey land. If this turn cycles consists of Lightning Bolt, a creature, and sacrificing the Spellbomb to convert Flamewar, I think I will attack first and see what happens. This is a failed push. Yep, I can't do anything about it. Oh, what? Yeah, dude, it costs 3. I got the oops in the chat. So this won't work. I know this is tricky. This seems like it costs 2 because you pay 2 mana to get it, but it actually costs 3. The mana cost is the mana cost of the card, and the only mana cost on the card is 3 mana. Okay, so this is really good for me. I think now this is my game to lose. So I will play... These are lands at the moment. They don't seem like they are good cards. So I will sacrifice this Spellbomb and pay a black mana to draw another card. This is a Shadow Spear. Might be good. I think I'm willing to drop this now and keep the Bolt up that I will maybe play during my opponent's upkeep. I should have sequenced it differently, I think. Playing first the Bolt on their Rograkh. Okay, if they Lorien revealed now, I will absolutely blast their Rograkh on the spot. I think this game is about tempo against Ninja, and killing their enabler is, I think, the best way to be sure nothing wrong happens. I can remove this upkeep stop. Doesn't serve any purpose now. Still have a removal if need be, but I think I'd rather just take my cards with Flamewar. Rograkh is played again. Okay. This is tempting to let my opponent without a board, but I think this also is a mistake because it's not mana efficient at all. And I'm firmly in the driver's seat now, so I don't want to take a daze or something along those lines that could fuck me up. And I draw 5 cards, which is actually pretty good. 6 even when I will sacrifice this Terrarium. So, yep, I think I'm good now. Okay, I could Croxai right now, and I think I like this. Next turn I can escape it. I could alternatively Fear of Missing Out. I have the Delirium, so... I mean, actually, I will start by drawing my card with the Terrarium. I don't think this changes my plan. But it could have. So, what's the best way to close this game? Is it Croxai now, then escape it? Yep, I still have a Chaos Defiler if it needs be. Playing Fear of Missing Out now is not good if my opponent has a removal, but it puts board into play. I could alternatively Bitter Triumph this Rograkh. Yep, I will do this, discarding the Croxai. Without a board, this Ninja deck I think can't do anything, so yep. I can still escape Croxai next turn. I have a Chaos Defiler if needs be. I'm firmly ahead in the race. I like my position. Murktide Regent. This is a huge card, but it sadly dies to Chaos Defiler. If my opponent had take 2 on this land, I think I won't cast Chaos Defiler, but as they didn't, I'm perfectly happy to cast my creature. I love this card. I think anyone who plays with Chaos Defiler loves this card. Even if it doesn't resolve, yep, Force of Will, I think I'm not in a terrible position. And I don't see myself sacrificing this Shadow Spear. Opponent's at 6. This Shadow Spear represents a lethal damage and lifelink. Rograkh is played again. Is my opponent willing to attack? It is to note that Flamewar only has 2 +1/+1 counters. In that regard, it would die to Bolt. I have to equip Shadow Spear first. No, I can play this Astrolabe. I think play the Prismatic Vista. I will sacrifice this Astrolabe. Actually, I don't think I have a good attack this turn. No, it has Death Touch. Yep, so I can make 1/1/4 to my opponent. They go to 2, and I can Fear of Missing Out and Voldaren Epicure post-combat. I think I'm perfectly fine with this. Yep, okay. Damage. 1/1 and 4 to my opponent. Do I want to return Flamewar to the command zone? Yes, I do. I exile my cards. I will then fetch a Swamp. Yes, Swamp, please. Yeah. Fear of Missing Out as a starter, because depending on what I draw, I might not want to play this Epicure as a follow-up. Carnage Interpreter. This is fine, but not right now. Voldaren Epicure puts my opponent to 1. This prevents them from fetching if needs be. And I still can cast my Kroxa. He's still in there. If my opponent casts something from their hand, which they don't, well, anyway, I think I got this game in the bag. Now I'm on the draw, which might change something. This hand is too slow, I think, for the matchup. I have some nice stuff to do mid to late game, but Ghost Vacuum being my only early play, I'm not sure this is good enough. I will mulligan these cards. My opponent keep at 7. Okay, this Simon Spirit Guide makes me think that this hand is good. Paragoyf will be good later down the line also. So I could Flamewar turn 1. Alternatively, I could Terrarion turn 1, then Darity on 2. I think I like this play, so I keep, and I don't like the Pain Land in that situation / matchup. No play from my opponent on turn 1. What? No Rograkh. This means I won't take a ninja next turn. In that case, I might want to play the Flamewar early? Huh. No, I think this early Darity is too good to pass. This is a creature matchup, and Darity, if not answered quickly, it might be like a Spectral Sailor, maybe? I don't think the deck could play these kind of cards, but why not? No, Roku's Theater, yep. Surprised to not see my opponents playing this Rograkh on turn 1. They just told me that they didn't have any ninja in place, so I could play accordingly. Gitaxian Probe. Yep, no, they know everything. And they know that they could take a Darity next turn, who can kill one of their creatures for free. Okay, so they play their Rograkh. They might have an interaction like in Lightning Bolt. I don't really think that I care. It might also be a free counter spell, but in that case, it will take any of my plays, so. And I'm willing to do this now. If they have a Bolt anyway, I think my plan goes to the bin. They could attack with Rograkh and put any ninja into play, and I would be in a not so good situation, so. And they don't have a Lightning Bolt, which is good for me. I have a follow-up removal. Yep, they play their Rograkh again. But I think this is the Ninja Plan weakness in any format that Ninja is playable. This is absolutely Chromatic Star minus Darity into Flamewar. And I still have the Bone Shards if my opponent plays a creature that is a problem. Blood Moon. Oh, yep, I like this. So, Black-Red, Flamewar, and go. Next turn I can Bone Shards, Blood Moon, discarding the Paragoyf, or maybe just sacrificing a token from Darity, so I'm happy with this. Kaito, yep. During their turn, this is a 3/4 with Hexproof. For 0, they can Surveil, get an emblem, blah, 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 blah. This destroys a Planeswalker. Yep. So, Blood Moon, Bone Shards, and I think I'm pretty good. I gotta take 2 with my Blood Crypt. No, never mind. I don't. I could. Mountain, Blood Moon, Bone Shards. I will start with the Bone Shards. No, kidding. I will start by playing plussing the ready. Then Bone Shards, sacrifice a creature, destroying Kaito, sacrificing the construct. Then Mountain, Blood Moon. Then I will just attack. Attack! For Cyberchaw! Sorry, maybe this is a bit too far. So, this is 4 mana Rograkh. Yay! I think I'm good in this game. This is a Shinka. I will plus this already. Absolutely. I will sacrifice another artifact to transform Flamewar. Attack. Pyrogoyf my opponent's soul creature just for funsies. And draw like 5 cards. So this is basically a mid-range deck, but as you can see, sometimes you still can do some absurd things. No, I missequenced. I meant to play the Pyrogoyf, as I said. Oopsie. This is actually pretty bad. I'm sorry you had to witness this. Yep, when I'm talking, sometimes my hands do things that I said I didn't want to do. Happens. Well, I don't think this will cost me, but this is not a reason to get sloppy when I play, I think. I still gotta pay respect to my opponent. Some cycling for my opponent, end of turn. Yep, this changes a lot of things. I actually meant to use this Paragraph to kill my opponent's Rograkh. So they have 2 of their colors of mana right now. So they could ninja something with black mana, ninja, something that kills a creature maybe. I can't block this, so yep. They attack directly. Maybe the 3/1 lifelinker? No. Oola. This is a huge ninja. Orochi Soul River. What is this? For when one or more creature you control decommanded to a player, create a treasure token and manifest the top card of that player's library. Okay, it doesn't do damage to players, so I'm good. And yeah, I badly messed up last turn, I'm sorry. Sundering Eruption. Destroy target land. Hey. So I will play my mountain, destroy their swamp for 3 red mana. My opponent cannot block this turn, so I can take my attack with both my creatures. Should I sacrifice this Spellbomb first? I think I should. I meant to sacrifice it with Flamewar. Sacrifice another artifact, blah, 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 blah. I will sacrifice this Spellbomb, and I won't pay the black mana. I will need to keep this Better Triumph up. I fucked up last turn, so I need to be able to interact if need be. Attack with both my creatures. Fear of missing out will make me attack another time with Flamewar. And my opponent concedes. Fair enough. I still badly messed up this Paragraph turn, but yeah. GG. We are on the play. Last round against a Slimefoot Squee. Okay, this hand that I have, I think, doesn't do anything good. I mean, it's turn 1 land, maybe interaction on their mana dork. Turn 2 Flamewar. Turn 3. I have an unfair plan for a bit later, which might be fine, but I don't know how I feel about this hand. What I don't know actually is, am I in the controlling seat in this matchup? I think his command zone matches what I'm trying to do quite well, in the fact that they put a very horizontal board with a lot of tokens, and my commander will struggle to connect. In that regard, maybe the turn 1 and only hit, turn 2 commander try to get at least 1 hit and have these late plays to do something cool might be good enough. Okay, let's skip. Opponent skip, so I will Bloodstain Mire and do nothing. I will maybe fetch 1 for my Silver Land if I don't have to play this only hit on turn 1. Yep, so I will absolutely kill this Death-Fried Shaman and take my turn and play my Flamewar. I think this is the kind of game that I want to play actually against Slimefoot, on the play at least. Turn 1 removal that matches their dork is pretty good. I don't see them playing 2 creatures this turn unless it is Orcish Bowmasters. Well, in that case, I'm fucked, but if they play 2 mana dorks, I am completely attacking. If they trade 2 of their mana dorks for my motorcycle, I think I'm fine with it. Oh, Utopia Sprawl onto this forest. And White of the Reliquary, which is already 3-3. Okay. Arena of Glory. This might be good somewhere down the line, not now, I think. I will play this Chromatic Star, and I will attack with Flamewar. I think I will take my redraw now. 2 random cards are better than these 4 ones. I need to draw a reanimation spell, and actually 3 cards thanks to the star. Blood Moon won't be that good against the start of my opponent, but Cookbook Diarrhea is cool, and this Blood Moon becomes a food. End of turn for the Diarrhea to kill something. Thoughtseize. Okay, I lose my Diarrhea now. I don't think they ever take this Blood Moon. Yep, and they play their commander. I create my food now, and I can F6 the turn. Yeah, vigilance on this creature is good. I don't have any graveyard things to do right now. I'm not in a good position. If I attack 1, 2, 3, 4, I make them lose 2 of their creatures and I can play Flamewar again, but they can like block, sacrifice their Saproling to get a land, recast Slimefoot. This doesn't line well, I think. Do I play this as a land? I mean, if I draw like a Shield Red, I will be happy to play something, but actually I could at some point return this Metamorphosis Fanatic into my hand. So yeah, I'm willing, I think, to play this, pay my 3 life, and oh yeah, actually I can't use my artifact to put Flamewar on the other side. So yep, I will just do this. End of turn, I think I get back my Metamorphosis Fanatic. Worldly Tutor upkeep. This means Metamorphosis Fanatic for my opponent, I think. But they can only bring back Deathrat Shaman, so this is a 4-4, it's cool, but it's not game-breaking. And 2 turns down the line, I could have my own Metamorphosis Fanatic and an Archon of Cruelty, which looks a bit better. But I'm at 13, and it's not that much. Emperor of Bones. Okay, this is actually bad because they can eat my Archon of Cruelty. I could get it back with Cookbook, but... So they want to get my Archon of Cruelty. Do I let them do this? I think I lose on the spot, so I gotta do this. I'm not in a good situation, that's for sure. I take like 7 this turn at least. Actually pretty surprised to not see my opponent sacrifices their Saproling token end of turn to get a land from their deck, but... And that it was a game where I was on the play with the right interaction. This matchup is somewhat complicated. Does this food help me? I mean, I could attack with Flamewar and see what happens. Okay. So they trade their white for my Flamewar. Oh, their land comes into play tapped. I forgot that. So last turn they couldn't activate Emperor of Bones immediately, unless they had a land in hand, which they didn't. I will return Flamewar to the command zone and play it again. Face up. It is on blocking duty, but 3, 4, 5, 6, no, they can reanimate anything. I'm dead. And I'm dead on board. Well, my first hunch of this hand didn't look good. Actually, made sense. Okay, I like this a lot more than my last hand. Currency Converter, Urza's Bubble on turn 1. I like it. This Animate Dead might be good in this matchup, and the Shield Red might be also good. It's like a mid-game threat that is a bit sticky. Slimefoot doesn't have that much removal that matches Shield Red. They often place stuff like Chaos Defiler, Pyrogoyf, that could kill Shield Red, for sure. But still not the easiest threat to answer from their side. So, turn 1, Currency Converter, Bubble, and I think I take my redraw at the end of their turn. I think I need a lens more than this bubble. Yes. Or removal, actually, might be good too. They have a Dismember in hand, so they have something that matches Shield Red. Too bad I drew this Fanatic right here, right now. I think on 2 I would have played it. Now I'm in a weird spot, I think. My plan might be to Currency Converter, discarding Shield Red, then Fnatic, and animated the Fnatic. Yep, this is my plan. Or it might be the Pyrogoyf, but that's why I think I need to discard the Fnatic first. There is no point in playing Flamewar right now. A swap might be considered in this matchup, but this means what? We have to swap Kroxa against a deck that is playing with their graveyard. I'm not liking this very much. Maybe if somewhere down the line another black-red good creature which is legendary and matches well Slimefoot and Squee. No, no, no! This is the wrong ability! No! No! Misclick! Okay, this is bad. Absolutely terrible. Well, Fury, it's not bad. I mean, gotta exile this Paragoyf, but I think I gotta do this now. I will kill their command zone. And I think I animated it right here, right now. This is not what I wanted to play, but I think this is okay. It clocks well enough, kills my opponent's board. It's not the best, but it's what I can do. And to be perfectly fair, it's not the worst too. Opponents have lands in hand because I think, this is what this Carplusen Forest in the bin tells me, I guess. Scalding Tarn. This is a land. This is good for the follow-up. I think this turn I am willing to play something after attacking. I still know my opponent has a Dismember in hand, so let's see what they want to do. Okay, so this takes Dismember. I will play my Commander, fetch my Survey land end of turn. If they have another removal, good for them. But I can still go for Shieldred or Emperor of Bones Fury. Yep, I'm fine with that. And it returns in the command zone, yes, absolutely. Opponent fetches. 4 mana, take the initiative, maybe? Green Sun, X equals 3. Grist. Okay, this is good. Rokus Theater. Let's see what I get. Lightning Bolt. Doesn't kill Slimefoot. Land, yes, perfect. So I will put a stop on my begin combat. Emperor of Bones, begin combat. I will exile my Fury. Then for a black and a red, I will absolutely activate my Emperor of Bones. Get back this Fury, putting 1 here, 3 there, and attack my opponent's Grist. Slimefoot, yes, it is. Okay, now I can play Shieldred. Can try to see if my opponent is willing to trade his command zone and Saproling for my Emperor of Bones. I'm not sure they will, and I know that they don't have Dismember anymore. This is a land, I think it's cool. It brings me closer to this Metamorphosis Fanatic. I will start by attacking. I will take their Grist out of their graveyard. I don't want them to be able to reanimate it. I will attack my opponent. Maybe they trash block. Maybe they don't do anything. We'll see. Okay, time to play Shieldred, the queen of black-based midrange decks. And this as a land I don't want to pay 3 life. Flare of Malice. Okay, so I gotta sacrifice my Shieldred. This is good for them. This one of their best card available, I think. It means that they can bring back a Slimefoot and Hovling. This was good to exile their Grist. Maybe Bloom is better than Hovling, I think. Yep, Slimefoot brings back Bloom and a Mana Dork. Fine. Land is good, spell is good. This qualifies technically as both, so... I guess let's go attack and see what my opponent is willing to do. I will exile one of their creatures still. Okay, they just block with their Elvish Mystic. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Metamorphosis Fanatic brings back Shieldred. And he has Lifelink too now. Cool. Eldritch Evolution onto Slimefoot. I think this would be Chaos Defiler, I guess, onto my Shieldred. Yep. The green in this matchup makes it really difficult. And their command zone naturally matches really well what we are trying to do with our own command zone. And this is a follow-up Birds of Paradise. Okay. This means I could exile their Slimefoot with my Emperor of Bones next turn. As Morano Mardica Destina Kildakar. Let's loot. Yeah, perfectly fine with discarding this Wizard's Rocket and put it underside my currency converter. Playing Asmo. I will like to fetch my Cookbook. Cookbook down the line could bring back Metamorphosis Fanatic, so I think I'm fine attacking. I will exile their Slimefoot, and I think I attack with both my 4/4s. My opponent's at 8, so they can't really do that much. It's sad, though, that I don't have my first discard under this currency converter. This 2/2 token might actually... Where the absence of 2/2 token might actually come to bite me back in the ass at some point. My opponent's willing to trade their board, and they could then Chaos Defiler my Underworld Cookbook. Yep, I will... yes, damage like this is good. Oh no, Asmo bites the dust. I'm kind of surprised here. Cookbook seems more menacing to me. It's a 2-turn plan, but it's a good 2-turn plan. Nothing of interest from my opponent this turn, right? I gotta keep 4 mana. Polluted Delta is my 6th mana. I'm fine not activating Converter. I think I'd rather put my 2/2 and have my 6th land. Worldly Tutor. Huh. So this is Metamorphosis Fanatic of their own. They could bring back Chaos Defiler. But timing-wise, this means that I can still get my own Metamorphosis Fanatic. Yep, this one. This was a good draw for them, to be sure. Yep, Chaos Defiler, for sure. So, I need to answer this, and I will. I will get back my Metamorphosis Fanatic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's Chaos Defiler versus Sholdred, but he has lifelink, so this might be complicated at some point. I think I don't want to draw any more lands, so I'm willing to fetch my basic swamp. Detective's Phoenix. This sounds really good to me. So, Fnatic. I don't think I have anything better than my Sholdred to bring back, so let's do this. And Phoenix might be relevant next turn. I think this might allow me to attack with my Flamewar. I think it costs 4 now. I played it once only this game. Opponent can crack for 9 this turn. This is a lot. Demonic Tutor. Okay, this is bullshit. From the top of my head, I don't see what card exactly my opponent can have, which kills me on the spot, but I can see him looking for like a birthing pod or something that kills me on the long run. My opponent doesn't snap a card out of their deck, so this means I think they don't have an easy way out, which is good for me. And they found something. What is this? Yep, a 6/7 Paragoyf is actually pretty good. Will I draw my own Demonic Tutor? Yep, Sholdred's bites the dust. 9 points of lifelink is a lot. I don't think I am willing to block this turn. I don't want to trade our Fanatics, I think? Question mark? If I trade their Fanatic for mine, this allows me maybe to have a cleaner board. And regarding the fact that they will gain 9 life this turn, I can't clock them fast enough, so I think I'm willing to take this trade. Arit Mesa. This is not what I'm looking for. I will cast my commander. I will play my land. I will Phoenix my commander onto my Flamewar, exiling Animate Dead, Bolt, Rocket, Cookbook, Converter. We are fighting a good fight, but we can't win against top deck runner into runner. I think this is a beating. This Flamewar needs to be good. Am I willing to fetch beforehand? Yes, I will fetch a basic mountain, I guess. This point of life might be relevant, and I'd like to draw some sort of interaction. Chaos Defiler might actually be good somewhere down the line. I will... do I want to flip Flamewar this turn? I will definitely take a beating next turn, but I could Chaos Defiler their Paragoyf next turn and still attack with Flamewar thanks to the Phoenix, so I don't think I flip it this turn. Okay, what do my opponents draw? Is this some kind of tutor? 3rd time in a row. Okay, no. Cool. Do I block? If I take 10, I'm down to 8. I think I gotta block this Paragoyf. Okay, so Magus is not good right here. I think I take my attack, sacrifice an artifact, Terrarion. Opponent has to take, Flamewar converts. I will use these lands to cast my own Chaos Defiler, killing their Paragoyf, and draw my cards. I already put a land into play this turn. I could gamble into something, but right now I don't see anything that could be good. But dropping this Shadow Spear, I think, is mighty fine. Combat from my opponent. They are willing to gain their 5 life. I absolutely won't block. This Flamewar is too good. Animate Dead. Wow, they really are drawing runners into runners. I'm not drawing, I think, that well, even if I'm drawing like 5 cards a turn. That's disgusting. Kenko Bloom. Oh no, this is Paragoyf. Okay, what does Paragoyf do? They want to kill Flamewar. I mean, okay, I guess. Do I want to return it in the command zone? This might be a good question. Yes. At the moment, I think this is the right thing to do. So, gamble. I play Darity. I gamble into a reanimation spell. I sacrifice my Chaos Defiler to kill both their creatures with Darity. And then I reanimate my own Chaos Defiler. No, I think I'm Shadow Spearing my own Chaos Defiler and attacking this turn. Then I play Darity. Then I gamble. And then I play a reanimation spell. Is it better to gamble first? What's the more important, Darity or the reanimation spell? If I equip Shadow Spear onto Chaos Defiler, I attack. My opponent doesn't have any reason to block, actually. They're at 21. They could want to trade with Paragoyf, but don't think this serves any purpose. So yeah, I will try to gamble my way out of this. Let's see. I think Animate Dead is not in my deck anymore, or it is. I think Animate Dead is already in my graveyard. Or in exile, actually, yes. So this should be Necromancy, right? Because Dance of the Dead put the creatures into play tapped. And this might be relevant at some point. Persist. I think I like Persist the most here. Yep, perfect. Plans working. So I will -1, sacrifice an artifact. I will destroy their Chaos Defiler, sacrificing my own, destroying their Fanatic, reanimating my Chaos Defiler, destroying their Paragoyf. Yep, that's the plan. Molt Tender activates milling something. Okay, just in case I want to kill it. Heads up play from my opponent. It's a detail, but it might count. Okay, so they kill my Darity. My own Chaos Defiler will remove their Paragoyf. Then black, red, persist. Metamorphosis Fanatic. Getting back Chaos Defiler. This game is insane. It's way too long. I did choose what I want to kill. Animate Dead goes away. I will now equip my Phoenix, put my land into play, and attack with my Phoenix. I think if my opponent doesn't draw anything good this turn, this game might be in the bag. But I thought this 3 turns in a row, and yeah, my opponent draws a land this time. They have maybe 1 turn to survive this attack phase, but it will be complicated for them. Roku's Theater, yes. I get to be careful, because if I don't kill them and they play Slimefoot and Squee, this means they could Slimefoot and Squee their Metamorphosis Fanatic and Chaos Defiler next turn, so I gotta really be careful with my next attack phase. And the right play might be just to attack with the Phoenix. Yep, they play their Slimefoot. Astrolabe is a redraw. Yes, please. Necromancy. I can take their Fanatic out of their graveyard, or best than their Chaos Defiler. Yes, I attack with everything. They block in an attempt to keep their Saproling token, then I Necromancy their Chaos Defiler to kill their Saproling, and I win, I think. Let's go. This has to be in the graveyard to work, right? So I think I will just Necromancy their Metamorphosis Fanatic to bring back my Shieldred. And I don't... no, I should have played that 6th land and replayed my command zone. That was a mistake. I won't block this Slimefoot. If they drew Phyrexian Tower, they could actually sacrifice their Slimefoot to bring back their Chaos Defiler, but with the board that I have, I don't think this is relevant anymore. Okay, face value, Generous Ant. Opponents at 7, which means with this Death Toucher, I could equip Shadow Spear, I think, and attack with everything. I gotta act quick, I still have only 5 minutes on my clock. Or Demonic Tutor. I think I will do this after attacking on Lightning Bolt maybe, or something along those lines. I don't see any reason to get fancy. They don't have any lifelinker, so I gotta attack with everyone. Yep, Death Touch, they're dead. Okay, now I'm on the draw and this won't be easy. I think I'm comfortable keeping this hand. Ghost Vacuum is good against my opponent. Currency Converters gives me play 2. I have Exhume to maybe do something unfair, so I will keep. In 4 minutes, I have to... How did I lose like 20 seconds next turn? I started with 5 minutes, I only passed and then attacked, so... What's going on? I think this is turn 1, Currency Converter, and pass the turn. Is it me or my clock like is actually going down faster than it should? I'm F6ing. It's not even supposed to go down. What? Oh, MTGO is lagging. Okay, no. Well, it is lagging, but I thought something real bad. No, yeah, MTGO lagged and I just skipped my turn. What? I don't want to lose like this. This is, yeah, okay. I think I just lost to that MTGO skipping my turn. Well, with 4 minutes on the clock, I don't think I can do anything relevant now. I will try to currency converter like a Archon of Cruelty. Okay, this time let's activate the right ability. This is not an Archon of Cruelty. I'm at 5, so I think I'm dead. Yep. Okay, thanks MTGO for losing me this game. Perfect. GG, I guess. So, I think the deck was great. I thought it might fare not that good in a combo-oriented metagame. Actually, this is fine, I'd say, thanks to some discard and also our Grave Hate, which is inherently good in this metagame, and particularly against combo decks. No regrets cutting the heavy costed from the Catacombs. This card would not have been good. I actually consider cutting Necromancy. I think 3 mana for reanimating something. If it's not Archon of Cruelty, if you have to set it up, it's maybe not that good, but still the card actually looks fine for me, so we'll see if I want to keep playing with it. Evora look subpar. I think I'd like to play the Mako instead, and I think I'd like to play Dark Confidant too. This was a choice not to play it, because last time the metagame was really creature-oriented, and in that kind of context, Dark Confidant with a command zone that cannot block looks really complicated. But now that the metagame is more combo-oriented, might be good to go with Dark Confidant again. Evora is kinda good, because it can grow fast, but Mako will grow the same rate without the trample, though, but against combo decks, I don't think this is relevant. Maybe it is, I don't know. I'm not quite sold on this card. It was okay, I guess, during this league, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, this is a thumbs up for me. The deck's still doing its thing. This Reanimator theme actually puts us quite well in certain matchups and allows us to make some unfair plays, so this is good. Our interactions match very well what's in the format at the moment. Bone Shards is good against aggressive decks early, but it's also good against unfair decks. Being able for 1 mana to remove anything is, I think, quite relevant. But Bitter Triumph 2 looked fantastic once more. Unholy Heat, this deck is able to unlock it really quickly, so yeah. Really like all these removals, sound really good to me. Besides this Ivora, my willingness to play Mako and Dark Confidant, I don't see anything that I would like to change in the list at the moment. Even the mana base was actually pretty good. Yeah, you see Mako and Dark Confidant in the sideboard here. So yeah, this is a really pleasant deck to play, really powerful deck to play. Doesn't allow for many mistakes because you tend to have to race in most situations and do it well. And this might be complicated if you start mis-sequencing your spells. You have seen it in the first round, if I remember correctly, where I did not put this Inti early enough in the match and it lost me the game. Or maybe it was another league, I don't remember, but yeah. You have to sequence your things really right in order for this deck to work properly. It has some inherent weaknesses against like Slimefoot Squee. Maybe at some point, if there is not another Rakdos commander that could be good enough as a swap in the matchup, it might be good. But, well, for the moment, this deck is great. Go play it. And it's a transformer, so yeah. Style points, I guess. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye!